comparison ngayon, bakit yung isang guro na nagbanta kay dati Pangulong Duterte agad inaresto at bakit itong isang Vice President na nagbanta kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos hindi inaresto ng NBI?
I can only second guess po na maaaring may pagkakaiba po ng proseso or tinitingnan po ang administrasyon ng panahon na yon at ng panahon po ngayon.
Maraming salamat po. Yes na ako kanina, 5 minuto ako doon. Minamadali. But anyway, going back to Ronald Mas, what was the justification of the NBI back then when Mr. Ronald Mas was arrested without warrant?
Well, they consider po that the threat is live and alam nyo nga po, yung sinasabi na lahat po ng threat ay hindi po, ito po yung sinuseryoso.
So may nag-order sa na-arrestuin si Ronald
I
Mas?
don't have that recollection. Hindi ko po alam, but the arrest was made by the regional office po of Region 1 po.
So would you admit now na illegal yung ginawa ng NBI noon na pag-aresto kay Ronald Mas na walang warrant?
Well, si Ronald Mas po was released precisely the reason why meron pong lapses po dun po
May
sa
lapses.
procedure.
Okay, would you also consider na the fact na merong ginawang pagbabanta si Baste Duterte na similar dito kay Ronald Mas na dapat umaksyon din yung NBI tulad ng pag-aksyon nila sa isang guro?
Kaya katunayan, yan nga po yung aking binabanggit na tuloy-tuloy po yung investigation sapagkat alam nyo po yung warrantless arrest, lesson nga po dyan kay Romel Mas yan na dapat po kasi immediate po yung pong pag-aresto. Pag yan po ay lumipas na, hindi na po tayo pwedeng mag-aresto under the law sapagkat papasok po ito sa illegal arrest po.
Last na lamang. So, make a comparison ngayon. Bakit yung isang guro na nagbanta kay dati Pangulong Duterte agad inaresto at bakit itong isang Vice President na nagbanta kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos hindi inaresto ng NBI?
I can only second guess po na maaaring may pagkakaiba po ng proseso or tinitingnan po ang administrasyon ng panahon na yon at ng panahon po ngayon.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Raffy Tulfo. Senator Judge Pangilinan is recognized. You may proceed with your intervention, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Magandang gabi, Ginoong Direktor. Kanina tinatanong sa inyo yung usapin nung trust rating. Na mas mataas yung trust rating ng Vice President kaysa sa Presidente. Bilang abogado, tinanong sa iyo ito kanina, may kinalaman ba ang approval sa trust? Kung mas mataas ang trust rating, ibig sabihin wala ng betrayal of the public trust.
Well, wala po. Sapagkat sabi ko nga, sa akin pong pananaw, sa akin din pong kaunting eksperyensya bilang isang political advisor din po, yung ating pong mga survey is only a snapshot ng mga pwedeng nangyayari. Alam naman po natin, ang tinatanong dyan, ilan lang o magpipili ng lugar kung saan po gagawin yung survey. Hindi po natin pwede itong maging basihan sa pag-imbestiga sapagkat pagkaganyan po yung ating ginawa, magkakaroon po tayo ng problema sapagkat ang mangyayari sa atin dyan, yung tinitingnan pala natin ay yung numero at without accusing anyone, alam naman natin there are surveys that can be manipulated po.
No, but having said that, kaya ako lang tinanong yun kasi baka yung mga nakikinig nating mga kababayan ay malito dahil hindi ba tamang sabihin na iba yung trust rating, iba yung betrayal of the public trust.
Tama po.
Tama?
Yung trust rating po ay base sa numero dahil sa survey. Yung betrayal of public trust, malinaw naman po yan na nakasaad sa konstitusyon na ito ay isang basihan ng impeachment. At saan po pumapasok ang betrayal of public trust? Pag meron ka pong ginawa na pag-violate, not necessarily criminal, hindi kailangan ng conviction, kundi sinasabi po, pag tinignan natin yung discussion po ng ating Constitutional Committee ng ginawa yan, binabanggit nga po dyan yung betrayal of public trust, yung hindi mo pagtupad sa yung oath of office, that will qualify as a betrayal of public
In
trust.
other words, negative yung trust rating mo o 100% yung trust rating mo, base sa batas, base sa konstitusyon, pwede kang ma-convict. Whether negative or positive trust rating, pwede ka pa rin ma-convict o ma-acquit. Depende sa ebidensya sa usapin ng betrayal of the public trust.
Tama po. Wala pong kinalaman ang survey on the trust rating kundi kung ano po ang ebidensya na ipinasok po sa ating pong impeachment court.
Maraming salamat.
Senator Judge Pia Cayetano is recognized for her interjections and interventions. You may proceed, ma'am, when you are ready, and you have 2 minutes.
For the prosecution, do you consider Las Canas an important witness for you, for the prosecution?
With all due respect, Your Honor, the purpose of the testimony is to present what transpired during the investigation of the Special Task Force. As to whether or not what probative value it holds, it is not part actually of the decision of the prosecution, as what we are intending to do here is to present only what happened during the investigation of the NBI, Your Honor.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the rules of evidence are very clear. You either present a witness who provides your testimony or you present a document. And in terms of documents, Rule 132, Section 19 says there are 2 classes of documents, public documents and private documents. Included in public documents are documents acknowledged before a notary public. Yung pinakitang document is not acknowledged by a notary public. Pwede naman din ang private documents, that's the other class. If it can be shown and authenticated in any of the following manner. The person saw the document executed or written. Nakita ba ng witness mo na sinulat yon? Nakita ba niya?
Your Honor, we can...
No, please answer my question.
No, Your Honor.
The next manner of authenticating by evidence of the genuineness of the signature or handwriting of the maker. The defense said ni walang original signature doon. Do you disagree with that?
We don't, Your Honor.
Okay, and the third, by other evidence showing its due execution and authenticity, did you provide?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so simple lang, Mr. Presiding Officer. They're trying to prove something by showing a document that any law student, even yung mga kababayan natin na nakikinig na ngayon na ang dami ng alam sa procedure, will tell you na hindi acceptable yon. And with all due respect, katulad din nung kahapon na humingi ako ng payo sa inyo, again, I will not name names, we had a discussion in caucus na you cannot unsee what you see. You cannot unhear what you hear. So pinalabas yun. Wala akong problema na palabasin yun, pero do your job and present the proper witness and the proper documentation to do that. Do your job. I'm addressing this, Mr. Presiding Officer, to us as a body. Kasi hindi tama yun. Magdidesisyon tayo, you warn us, pero pinabayaan natin na makita yun. Minamarkahan pa, submarkings. What's the purpose of all that?
May I respond, Your Honor?
Not really.
I don't believe
because
there
I
was a
already
question.
answered. I already asked you the questions, and you had a chance to respond. Yes.
There was no question posed, sir. I was
There's none. Yes.
telling the lead prosecutor.
I move to my next point, Mr. Presiding Officer. Our jurisprudence is very clear, no? A witness must be competent and credible. Di ko na babasahin lahat yung jurisprudence natin dyan dahil kompleto na yung record natin dyan. But there is also also included in our rules, Rule 132 on the rules of evidence, and I'll read it. A witness may be impeached by the party against whom he or she was called by contradictory evidence, by evidence that his or her general reputation for truth, honesty, or integrity is bad. or by evidence that he or she has made at other times statements inconsistent with his or her present testimony. So this is the rules, no? Siguro we can, well, I'm reading the rules, so we can take notice of this, that this is what our rules say, and I don't think anyone will contradict that. Again, there are lots of cases supporting this. So, just want to point out, Mr. President, that just looking for my notes.